There we go. All right. So we should be. Well, I should be live. Hold on. Let me turn on my other light here. Go. There we go. Here we go. All right. Are we good on YouTube? I think we're good to go on YouTube. So should be all set. Everything. What's up, Chris? What's up? What's up? I don't know if Mr. 25J is still in here, but if he is, what up? I don't know why it's not popping up on that. Have to. The chat box is not working on Streamlabs, obviously. Because why would it? Why would it work? Alright, so we got about, say, 13 minutes until the full review of gameplay deep dive. I gotta change the title. Gameplay. Gameplay deep dive. Save. Alright. Actually, they just have dive. NHL 26 official gameplay deep dive. Just the title there. There we go. All right. What's your expectations for the gameplay deep dive? To show off, be a pro. That's all I want to see is be a pro. I don't want to see anything else. I don't care about any other game mode. I just want to see be a pro. Be a pro. I don't want to see anything else. I don't care about any other game mode. I just want to see be a pro. That's all I want to see. Typical EA of changing stuff. So that's typical. YouTube, my stream is fine. Be quiet. Because there's no actual like audio playing right now currently, so that's why. Or be quiet. My voice. Yeah, they need to show us more be a pro. I think they will. And once they do, obviously we'll talk about it here on the stream, everything. And then I'll probably make a separate video on it too as well. So I think we'll get an extra Be a Pro trailer. I think it would be better that way. At least we'll get at least have suspension until yeah. But at least I want to see something about Be a Pro. I want to see something about Be a Pro. Like even though if it's like a minute long, like hey, we're making changes to Be a Pro, and here they are, and that's it. That's all they show us. That's all I'll be happy with. What is the chat AI? Features hope to see in the new hockey game, including Winter Classic improvements to Be a Pro mode. They also mentioned the Pacific teams, such as Penguins. It went away. All right. Thanks, the AI chatbot. All right. Thanks. All right. Well, we're all good on everything. Ugh. All right. Hopefully. Oh, thanks. Thanks, YouTube. I got an email notification from YouTube saying that I started a live stream. Good to know. Good to know that I started a live stream. Thanks, YouTube. Thanks for sending me notifications about my own channel. But when I go live, that's useful. All right. So we'll do the same thing that we did before. Is when the gameplay starts, I'll get rid of my face cam. We'll watch it together without my face cam. I'll turn up the gameplay audio, and then we'll talk about it after everything. So. Hopefully we have that really cool countdown again. I'm really hoping that we have that cool countdown. If we do, then I gotta mute it because I got dinged for like 6 different copyrights from the last video. From the last reaction, I got dinged 7 copyrights. From the same person. From the same like music they used in the background. They different time stamps. They dinged it. So I gotta mute it before they show any music. So hopefully they don't, because that's it's really annoying when they got rid of when they got that thing. So all right, Chris. Pretty sure you'd be talking on the Discord as well if anything changes on it. So you'd be posting on the Discord. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna refresh when it hits 10 minutes and 55 seconds or 10:55. Check the, of course, creator Discord. Absolutely nothing. Right, why is it saying recommend using 1350? I'm using the correct bitrate. Leave me alone, YouTube. Leave me alone. We're all good. Nor. All right. Is there anything posted on Twitter yet? Nope. Let's take a quick glimpse in their chat and see what's check. Okay. Fix the scoreboard too. Scoreboard's fine with me. No more pricey pond hockey. I hate seeing that. I don't know why, but I hate seeing that. GM connected. New game, new glitches, obviously. Come on, brand new skin animation plus over 300 new goalie animations. Custom sticks. We want a full career mode starting in high school. High school. That's only popular in the States when it comes down to hockey. Mostly in Canada. It's It's like the minor leagues, like A, triple A, double A. Yeah, they just say it because it's part of the thing now with EA Sports and NHL. So it's stupid. I just it's stupid to me. Like they're not making you buy the game. So and whatever you spend your money on, it's whatever you spend your money on, you can do it, right? So it's your money, you can do whatever you want with it. But people are not making you buy the game, so if you think it's too expensive, don't buy it. There it is. Just don't buy it. Easy as that. All right, 2 minutes. Well, technically, 3 minutes. All right, it looks like we're gonna get the really cool countdown screen, which I am excited for. Which means I gotta pause it, or not pause it. I mean, I gotta mute it until the actual gameplay starts, because good old YouTube copyright. So, what happened in the last live reaction? So, it's gotta wait. We gotta wait. We gotta wait. We gotta wait. Oh, we just had somebody just subscribe and actually popped up on my activities feed. There we go. It popped up. Thanks for subscribing. As far as that actually works. As far as that actually works, actually. I don't ever expect that thing to actually work. Oh, the notifications. I never expect them to work. All right, refresh. It will begin shortly. I'm going to get Streamlabs up so I can bring up the audio to about there, and then get rid of the face cam for now, and then refresh once more. All right, we're going to get ready to watch. Come on. Come on, YouTube. My headset went to sleep. There it is. And I gotta mute that because YouTube. Theater mode. No, we're going full screen. We're going full screen. There you go, boys. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So we get to watch some official NHL 26 gameplay. Here we go, boys. Come on. Let's have a good game. I mean good game. Show me some Be a Pro. Show me some Be a Pro. I kind of wish they had the same thing they had before with the game reveal. That type of countdown. That type of countdown was sick. I love that countdown. Kind of wish they brought that back though. Kind of wish they brought that countdown back for this one. was pretty sick. It was pretty sick. I got to mute this YouTube provided one. It'll even get dinged for copyright. The music. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. All right. 25 seconds. 23, 22, 21, 20. All right. Here we go, boys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm Craig McMorris, and welcome to the NHL 26 Gameplay Deep Dive. I've always loved Chell, so I am beyond stoked to introduce what's new in-game this year. The headliner is the next evolution of IceQ. In IceQ 2.0, which is now powered by NHL Edge player data, whose incorporation makes your favorite superstars think, move, and play more like themselves. To take us through the details, let's pass it off to Mike Englehart and David Pritchett.
Thanks, Craig. This year, we're building on IceQ's defining vision of true hockey intelligence by incorporating the data-driven innovation of NHL Edge, which powers how superstars play in NHL 26. The NHL's groundbreaking puck and player tracking technology uses 14 infrared cameras placed inside all 32 team arenas to capture data from sensors embedded in every puck and tags sewn into players' sweaters. In NHL 26, IceQ 2.0 uses that treasure trove of NHL Edge player data to impact how players perform in game. For example, we've reviewed Ovi's historic trends and performance data, and used that to update his character's attributes and tendencies, so his skills are aligned with his real-life self. And AI Ovi will naturally position himself in his patented power play spot at the appropriate time. Altogether, that means AI players start to think, move, and play like your favorite stars.
Attributes are one of the main pillars of how IceQ 2.0 incorporates NHL Edge data into the game. It's used to inform key player attributes like skating acceleration, top speed, slap shot power, and wrist shot power, giving in-game superstars true-to-life differentiation. So when you play with or against Connor McDavid, his acceleration and speed are aligned with the stats in the real world, a difference you really feel in game.
What makes a superstar stand out is their individual tendencies on the ice, highlighting their signature moves, like Draisaitl taking sharp angle shots on goal, and McKinnon's love for laying out the body brings her on-ice character to life. So far, we have 22 unique tendencies spanning both offensive and defensive impacts that have been crafted to make those in-game NHL players perform in lifelike fashion.
One of the big components of IceQ 2.0 is how it presents in-game. You can feel it as you play, but it really comes alive with new animations and visualized breakdowns. Expanded replay insights highlight everything from skating speed, shot speed, shooting percentage, and threat analyses on goal. New broadcast graphics showcase player comparisons at face-offs to amp up the in-game storytelling. Speaking of, multi-story replays will now highlight important, sequential game narratives. We've also created new cameras to capture those big moments and give them the spotlight they deserve.
The all-new goalie crease control system brings players an upgraded awareness between the posts thanks to 81 new animations, close-range saves, poke checks, as well as upgraded AI positioning that gives goalies increased control over the blue paint. Previously, extended animation sequences saw goalies lock into positions as the action moved on around them. Now, real-time reactions allow goalies to respond fluidly to changes in puck direction with split-second reflexive responses that really add excitement to high-pressure moments. And if one slips past them, new goalie reactions let you feel their emotion when the opposition lights the lamp. The goalie crease control system provides an increased level of realism and effectiveness to the netminders that we know players have been waiting for.
We also know that the community has been wanting a more impactful approach to X Factors, so we've crafted an arsenal of 28 refined and enhanced X Factors that span 5 different categories with unique animations and tactical gameplay outcomes. Each of those X Factors has 3 tiers of impact, which can be felt and seen more clearly in gameplay with new, distinct gameplay animations and presentation elements. The goal in reworking the system is to create more meaningful gameplay effects for each X Factor and ensure they bring genuine strategic differences to each game. So when Evan Bouchard fires off his Rocket X Factor, its speed and power may catch the opponent's goalie by surprise and stun them in-game. X Factors are now a formidable on-ice weapon that makes superstars truly feel like superstars.
As you can see, incredible updates to Chell this year. I'm excited for you to get into the game, get on the ice, and feel that superstar impact yourself. NHL 26 is available for pre-order now.
All right. So, there we go, guys. It's the official gameplay trailer. All right. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it a little bit. The one thing here is, like, the player tracking. Yeah, no Be a Pro, unfortunately. That's kind of sad. But the player tracking, to me, it's actually kind of cool. But for me, in reality, I don't really care on, like, the player tracking and all that stuff. It's cool that they actually updated the AI to kind of simulate what the NHL players will actually do in that position on the ice, in that specific time, and all that stuff, with like Ovechkin being in that spot pretty much almost every single power play, and he's getting in about 90% of the time, 95% of the time, with that just signature slap shot from the top of the face-off circle or top of the hash marks. But yeah, making the AI more smarter in NHL 26 it's always been a big thing for me for the previous NHL games, because like sometimes when you're playing Be a Pro, the AI is just they don't know what to do. Even you're playing on the hardest difficulty, they don't know what to do. They don't know where to be on the ice. The one thing I would love to see more regarding the AI is actually passing the puck more around when they're actually in the opposite zone. Have the AI pass it around more between players, get the puck moving, get the goalie moving. Because in this game, it seems like with the new goalie animations, also figured out here, same fighting animation, so they haven't changed the fighting at all. I wasn't expecting that to change the fighting, because NHL is kind of moving away from fighting overall in the NHL. So, but goalie crease and control system. So hopefully the goalies are a little bit more reactive, as you guys seen with NHL 25 here. The motion when your goalie's down, especially in online or against like other clubs, your goalie goes down and he just sits there. It seems like he just sits there and does absolutely nothing. So having the goalie move around now, after he saves the puck, not here, but now he moves around. But they didn't show him falling on his butt there. That's what I have a problem with. They just showed side to side or post to post reactions. They didn't show like him on his butt moving around. They just showed him doing post to post. And then goalie reactions, that's cool. That's awesome. But it's not like groundbreaking. It's not groundbreaking. But the new goalie stuff, I'll love to see that if that translates into, obviously it will translate into Be a Pro if you're a goalie. But I'd love to see how it actually feels with the controller, to how it feels on the controller, like when you control the goalie itself, to see how it actually feels. if they implement it effectively, the whole gameplay will improve every mode, player, tendencies, and more realistic stats. Sound great, but it's EA. Yeah, well, EA's doing pretty good. As of with Battlefield, what they're doing with Battlefield, they absolutely crushed it with the open beta. So if they continue actually listening to the community and not listening to big streamers or big content creators that want to change the game and say oh, we need different cosmetics, we need this, we need that in the game. If they actually listen to the consumer, that's people that actually buy the game every single year and stuff like that, and actually listen to them, the game will actually be a lot better. Because that's what I feel like they're doing with Battlefield. Battlefield, they're actually listening to people. People don't want to run around in clown costumes. So, same with NHL. I don't want to see different clown costumes in NHL, especially online. So that's kind of annoying. Yeah. The game becomes more difficult. I will love it. Yes. More competition or more difficult to actually score in online. If you have a very difficult time scoring online, it's actually a good game between the two teams. It's really it's actually really good to have a more difficult online experience, because it makes it more fun for me to play. So I don't know about you guys, but more competitive game will make me play the game a lot more online than I do currently. So the flopping goalies really put me off in 25. Yeah, but the one thing I got gripes about with the new goalie, they just showed post to post. They didn't show the goalie with no energy, because when the goalie goes down like this, your goalie has no energy online or offline. So they didn't show the goalie. They just show the goalie doing post to post, and if you actually look, we actually get in the right sequence. He has almost full stamina, so he won't be on the ground flopping. So that's the one gripe I have about it. That's the one thing that I would love to see when the goalie has no energy. Then what does the goalie do when he has no energy? Right? Because obviously with online, we all know online, when the goalie's flopping around like this, no energy at all. No energy. He's tired. He doesn't want to get up. Sitting on his butt. He doesn't want to get up. Yeah, I want to see the goalie with no stamina. He has about full stamina. And they just showed post to post. They didn't really show him actually flopping around. So, full energy. There's no he has full stamina. But having no stamina, I would love to see that. They showed all the goalies with full stamina. It seems like one shot really hinders the goalie, actually. So we take a look here. So goalie's at almost full. It's at full energy, but he went down like a half from a blocker shot. He went down half energy from a blocker shot. So he went from full to half in one blocker save. So this might be early gameplay, but they definitely need to rework the stamina in the goalie, because I don't think an NHL goalie will be tired after one shot on net that much. If it's supposed to be a reputation of the actual player, I don't think he's going to be tired after one shot, after one blocker shot. That's the one gripe I have about the goalie. It's real iffy for me, because it's a position that I don't play when it comes down to NHL. So I'm not a huge I'm not an expert in goalies and how they operate and but I'd love to see a little bit more of an easier control for users to actually use a goalie, because I believe it's actually, if it's easier for people to actually use the position, people will use it more. So, and then obviously the tracking here. Don't really care about player stats and everything like that. That's me. That's just me. I don't really care at all. I just care about if he's actually going to skate up, like if the other players are going to skate up the ice with me, and if I stop here, like in the neutral zone, if I stop in like the half circles or like over here during like at the playoffs, or like the blue line, are they going to come up and we're going to pass the puck around and all that stuff? Ten-year-olds don't get tired that fast. No. But I would love to see like if the AI will actually pass the puck around now with the new like NHL Edge stats. Like, will the players actually set up like this, pass it around on a power play? Like, would they actually do that? I would love to see that. I would love to actually see if the players will actually pass it around this time. Because usually in Be a Pro, especially in my Be a Pro, for some reason, I don't know why, but when we're on a power play, they just stand around. And once I pass the puck to them to try to get the goalie moving and everything like that, they just shoot the puck instantly and they lose the puck right away. So, and tendencies and all that stuff, hopefully this actually works how they actually want it, and not have people complain about it, and then EA changes it because people complained about it, and now they changed it too far, and people complain about it even more, and then like, oh, we're going to wait for next year for this new thing that we're going to wait for Ice Q 3.0. So, but hopefully this all stuff actually works well together. But yeah, hopefully all this stuff works together with obviously NHL Edge. So NHL kind of has an investment into this. So that's good in a certain way. So maybe a little bit more money will come into developing the game in the next like couple years or year or so. With this partnership will be huge, which would be nice to see all that stuff. So yeah, hopefully EA does good with this. I'm really, really hoping that they actually have some sort of like paid partnership with like NHL, because they have to pay the NHL, or they have to pay the NHL Player Association for the rights of the player names, or they have to pay the NHL for the rights to have an NHL product and to have the teams featured and logos featured and everything like that. So they got to pay that. They got to pay that license. So, hi Dave, how's it going on? How's it going? But hopefully EA does good, all this stuff. So, and already, Chris, one of my mods here, is already sharing stuff about NHL 26 on the Discord. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys join the Discord. He's already sharing stuff already with NHL 26. So, and I'll make a video talking about it, the stuff that he shares on the Discord. And if you guys have any information, any news about NHL 26, you guys want to share, you guys could share it on the Discord as well. So, there you go. Yeah, the face-off graphic is nice. Is a nice addition. Yeah, this is nice, but I wonder if it changes based on the games that you play, or the games that the NHL players play in real life. Like, is it going to change when, like, this guy right here, like the Buffalo Sabres guy, he starts losing more face-offs? Is it going to reflect in the game? or is it going to carry, like, it's going to, like, save the stats from the games that you played, and it's going to carry over to the next games? Like, are you going to affect the stats by playing this player, or is the player going to change based on the real life stats? So that's what I'm really hoping that it's based off the real life stats. So, like, if he continues losing faceoffs against this player for the entire season, and at the end of the season, or each time they face him, does this percentage go up or down based on? Obviously, it's going to be based on the real life graphics or the real life player. Is this out yet? No. NHL 26 is not out yet. It will come out on September. I forget the date. September 12th. September 12th, I believe, is the basic edition. Let me look it up here for you real quick. I forget the launch date. NHL 26. 222. We're just September 12th. The standard edition is coming out on September 12th. But if you get the deluxe edition, obviously you get 7 days early. So hopefully it's just based on like real life data instead of like you played Hockey Ultimate Team and it changes because you played Hockey Ultimate Team and it carries over to like the other games that you play with Hockey Ultimate Team with that player. Hopefully it's based on real life stats. And maybe they actually update. This is what I'm thinking about Be a Pro. It's kind of sad they haven't updated the fighting animations yet. It's still the same fighting animation. Still the same. But the NHL is kind of phasing out fighting, or like the players are not really as fighting as much. So, but the one thing I want to say about Be a Pro is with this new NHL Edge, will it be like, would they update it throughout your save? Like, will you be able to update your save based on the player stats that are going on in real life? Kind of like what have F1, the current F1 game has this, and they had this last year with the last F1 game as well. So if the driver ratings change, over the course of the season of the races, and they actually update it for the career mode. For your F1 career mode, they actually update the driver stats and they update the drivers like overall. So they can do that. They can borrow the technology from them, if it is technology, whatever. But to actually update like the player roster during Be a Pro, or like the player stats during Be a Pro, like in the middle of the season, and like all the trades and stuff like that. Like, it's based off of real life data. It would be based off real life like trades. So like if a certain player gets traded on your Be a Pro team and gets traded to a different team, they can update that, and like that player won't be on your team anymore. You know, it's be based on like real life stats. I would love to see that in Be a Pro, where they update the player stats and data over the course of the year and update it through Be a Pro as well. So when you're playing Be a Pro and you're jumping into your 5th season and all the stats are completely different than real life. I would love to see like real life stats in Be a Pro regarding like the NHL players and everything like that. So anyways, it was a pretty short trailer, or a pretty short gameplay deep dive. It was like 5 minutes, so it wasn't even that long. So we had 12K views. Yeah, all images appear in game. Not all images appear in game, so almost 900, almost 1,000 likes. Yeah. But it would be awesome to have that feature, because they have that in F1, like the Codemasters game, and Codemasters is part of EA. So I don't know why they couldn't like ask Codemasters like, "Hey, how do you do this?" And like they put it in the game and like they update the stats from there. So maybe with the NHL Edge stuff, maybe they can actually do that now. Maybe they can actually update the stats while you're in the middle of the season. So I'd love to see that. I'd love to see any changes they happen in real life to happen and be a pro as well. So, but anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this live stream, this live reaction to NHL 26 gameplay deep dive. If you guys did, don't forget to smash the like button on the stream. Make sure you guys subscribe if you guys haven't already. So when another deep dive comes, especially with Be a Pro, we're going to live stream reaction to that and all that stuff. If you guys want any more news on NHL 26, all that stuff, make sure you guys check out the Discord. All that stuff. And then, yeah. I'll see you guys in the next live stream reactions. So, yeah. I'll see you guys probably next week. They're probably going to announce it next week. So usually it's usually a couple days before NHL announces the next like deep dive. So, but anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.